Hello, my people. This is my community and my neighborhood here in Japan. It's a windy, rainy morning, but the spring is here and it's lovely. So I'm gonna go for a half an hour walk and I will start here. And this is our dog run. Oh, welcome. It says dog run. Dog run. Dog run. That's it. I don't have a muffler for this phone, so here's the ubiquitous water. Water is life, and breath is life. So these waterways are some of the things I enjoy in Japan. I just can't get enough of it. And I guess that's because as a Guyanese, I lived as a child near the Atlantic Ocean, so there was always a sound of water, of the Atlantic waves. There's a nice little bridge here, and I can go up here. Let me see if I can do this. Hope I don't slip down here. Sorry. So I'm on this little bridge, and here it is. And it comes from up those mountains. Right, and in here, like every year, all year long except when it starts to snow, this is a place here that's cordoned off is a dog run. So people will come up the mountains just to see sightseeing and stuff, and they can leave their dogs here. They could let the dogs run for a bit and things like that. When I had a dog, this was his place to be every day. He used to behave as though this place is his personal place. So he'd pee on everything. Yeah, so let's see what's the lay of the land. I haven't seen the monkeys yet, but they're here. I saw them in a distance somewhere else. So the fields are coming up. The flowers have been planted. They don't look like anything yet. They don't look like anything yet, but it's the farm. It's been a while since I brought my YouTube people along on my walks. So let's see what's happening over there. There's a big parking lot. Hi, Sandrine. Morning, y'all. Yes, there's a parking lot here, and you see those cars there? People sometimes come and sleep in those cars. And early morning, if I came out earlier, you'd see them with their little coffee pots and little camp stove, having a good time. People know how to enjoy life in Japan. And it's not the big things, it's the little things. So here somebody's gonna plant flowers. They already dig up this soil. Hi Grayson, hello. And Kay. Oh, I've got YouTube people. I didn't know that. For the live, because I'm just learning this live business. It's 1 Dotty. I'm in Japan. I'm in the mountains. See up there those big old mountains? This is me. Yeah, it's not chilly. I thought it was chilly, but it turned out not to be so. But it's windy because we had rain last night, and that was the thing. So they have these little paths. When I say finding my Michi, it's finding my paths. And there are lots of paths and streets to go on when you're here. But this is a little path. It doesn't go anywhere really. Except at the end of it are some beautiful flowers. I think they're iris. Yeah. I want to get, I don't know if they belong to anybody, but I want to get a couple of roots. I think when I pass back, I'm gonna get some roots and plant them in my garden. But these flowers don't last very long, so you have to like put them down and then they come out. They have these old carpets and so on here that will preserve the place from weeds. But across there, I have sweet potatoes that are coming up. Yeah. So we do experiments with a certain variety of sweet potatoes. And why do I say we? Well, I work at an engineering college, and students do lots of projects. Hi! If I've ever been to Brazil? No, I have never been to Brazil. But Brazil is my country's, was it, southern neighbor? Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to Brazil, sorry. The only country I've been in South America is the one I was born in. Kind of shameful, huh? I've never been anywhere to the neighbors in South America, but I've traveled many places in the world. Kind of noisy. I just woke up, so let me show you what's happening in this garden. There's a lady who comes with her children and they plant. This lady reminds me of my mother so much. She would be digging this dirt and putting down plants. I don't know what she put down here, but I'm seeing them. I don't recognize the plants. Maybe they're flowers or something. I don't know. I don't recognize them. But she's been working hard. I think she's got eggplant in there. And this is our garden. So the students have already put the fence around the garden, and they have solar panel and they're electrifying this place. Then they will get with the drones, because that's the way we'll keep the monkeys out of this place. So you might have seen me planting sweet potatoes. So that's my bed and a half of sweet potatoes. That's my stuff. Yeah, that's purple, and the students are doing another variety of sweet potato. But I'm not gonna go in there because I don't want that power to shock me. Over here they have peonies. They're gonna be coming out soon, and that's gonna be beautiful. So from here on out, I don't think we're seeing much people. I'm just walking and enjoying the scenery. The people we'll see are where I usually go, but I'm not going there today. Over here, look at me giving y'all the grand tour. Over here, nestled in those trees, is my home. So there's one cottage there, and those are ski lodges, and I live in one. And there is one right there, and I live in that one. And then somebody else lives in two others there. That one and another one. Oh, great! You would love to listen to my lives? I can do that. Yes, so I live in one of those cottages. Across here, where you see the blue mesh, there are blueberries in there. Now, what harms the blueberries? People and crows. You know, in some countries, people have trouble with stray dogs. Dogs that live everywhere on the street. In Japan, there is no such thing as a stray dog. Not a stray dog, not a stray cat I've seen here. Maybe in Tokyo you might find stray cats, or big cities maybe. But here, there's no stray animals. People have their pets and they take care of them. I don't know if it's noisy. Yes, so, but the menace are the crows. These crows, hey, they thief more than monkey. You could get a piece of sandwich in your hand and a crow would come out of nowhere, make a rumba dumba dive and grab your sandwich and fly away. They're cheeky, very cheeky. So here's a spot. Oh, it's windy. I don't know how to stop the wind on this phone. I think maybe that will stop it. I don't know. Here again, water, 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 water. Yes, so this piece of land right there, the community people, I could go and ask them for a piece of land and they will give me a piece of land out here to grow. They did it one time, but these monkeys decide that that will not be the case for me. No, that will not be the case. They ate up all my stuff. I call it Monkey Alley because you see, like here, I would see the monkeys here, all over here, like 50 of them, lots. Mama, father, uncle, grandfather, all of them. And then when they're ready, they will run across this property and they will run straight there, over there. My house is there. And I call this whole area here Monkey Alley. Because when they're ready, they will come here and be in droves. They've never attempted to hurt me, but I hear that they can be very dangerous to little old ladies. They can come in droves and knock them over, scratch people, especially if you look at them full in the face. They say they can be very aggressive. I don't know that. I had a dog. When I came here, I brought him. And he used to sleep on my porch. And one day I went there. I was always worried that, maybe a bear would get him or the monkeys will fight him. But no, he used to be on the porch, sleeping, curled up, and the monkeys are in the trees, doing crazy stuff, not even 15 feet from each other. I thought, wow, they got along. Yeah, so no stray dogs here. That's one thing. When I think about going back to Guyana, I ask myself if I can deal with the stray dogs. I have such a heart for dogs that I can't stomach a stray dog. A dog that's being punished or kicked or not given food and things like that. It's a very hard thing for me. So dogs are such loving creatures. But like most Guyanese, when I was a kid, I just thought dog was just show this dog or do whatever, and didn't have a heart for dogs. But that changed when I got my own dog. Yep. And how I got the dog, my neighbor gifted me this dog. I'm like, lady, I don't want a dog. She said, just keep him for a few days and see. And she gave me this little white puppy. And he came in the house. He was so adorable. He was a Maltese Pomeranian. And he was such a friendly little dog. But when I woke up the next morning, my house was a zoo. He peed on every single chair leg and every corner. I'm like, Jesus, I gotta carry this dog back. But then he grew on me, and such a lovable dog. And then I brought him here. Oh yes, he's an international traveler. I brought him here, and people would speak to him in Japanese and he would respond. So he knows Japanese too. I had him here for 6 years and more than 6 years. And he died when he was 16 years old. But he lived with me. And then I realized how much of a help he was to me, because when I have unrecognized stress, sometimes my stress is there but I don't realize. But he would come and bump me and bark, bump, bump, and I have to listen. And I go, what? And then he would just look me in the eyes, like, what? And then I realize I'm stressing about something. And then we'll go for a walk. Alrighty, so what I got in front of me, I can hear the water. It's It's gushing. It's gushing there through that thing. All this drainage here, the water supplies the entire city and stuff. That building you see there is part of our school. It's a hotel. Yes, we get a whole hotel right there. Yeah. So this is the nice part. Look, y'all, look at this part. Listen to this one. Ooh la la. Gosh, you can't see it really well, but that noise is a thunderous noise of the river going by. And the water is coming down a big pipe down there. Yes, thank you. It's a 360 degrees mountain. So that's the mountain behind my house. And you can go like this. And that's around there. No, it's not a waterfall, it's just a drop. The water is coming out through a big drain. The water is coming out through a big pipe and it's making that noise. But the river is pounding down there. See that black pipe? Water is coming out there. Look at it. It's running down under my feet. Under my feet it's running down. Ooh, I gotta get a machete. I gotta get my saw and come and chop this tree. You know, I want this wood here. I want it for my garden. I planted some bora. Ooh la la, I'm coming back here today with my saw and I'm going to pull these sticks. This get plimpler. I'm gonna pull these sticks for my garden. I just saw one of my teachers who lives near me. He had a big branch, so I want these branches here to put. Because we had a rain last night, like I thought I heard thunder, but I know it was doing the do. Let's see if I can get a good vantage point. I ain't even walk much. Noise. That's big rain. So here I am. This is one road. Over there is one road. Over there is one road. Over yonder is one road. And yet over yonder is another road. So I'm finding my Michi. Michi means path or road in Japan. So I like it because when you say finding your Michi, it tells me that nothing is guaranteed or offered to me. I have to find it for myself. The water is down there. Usually I can go and see it. I don't want to go when or it is too loose because this is a sheer drop back here. Here we go. Here it comes. Here you go. Oh, mama. Look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Talk about nature's power. This is nature's power. Let me bring it in for y'all. This goes right behind my house. Exactly behind my house. If I open the windows, There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So right there, some trucks will come and they will dig out all that silt because we don't want this to get bigger, because if it gets too big, it's gonna compromise the cottages, and I live in one right behind those trees. So yeah, and the cottages have glass on two sides downstairs, so I could lay down on my day bed and look out and see this mountain. I can't see the river from where I'm laying down, but I could see the mountains. And night, and upstairs where I sleep at night in the loft, I could lay on the bed and I could see all that mountainside. And I say to myself, my God, what did I ever do, God, to live in this beautiful place? Man, this is just you guys seeing through a camera. You gotta experience it. You gotta experience it. So I'm going down the road. You know, I'm just ambling along. I'm not really doing a good fast walk, which I have to do every day. Yes, I'm taking care. Yeah, thank you so much. Are you Brazilian? Better Mind Quiz Brazil? Better Mind Quiz Brazil. Are you Brazilian? Yes, I guess you're Brazilian. We have lots of Brazilians here in Japan. Lots of Brazilians. Fun people. Yeah. Here we go. This is our community center. And you can come out there, that little gazebo, and you can have snacks or relax with your family there. That tree was in full cherry blossom the other day, and because of that, lots of parents with their kids came out and had picnics under there. And all of here is Monkey Alley. It's not unusual to see the monkeys sitting up on this white fence, lollygagging and skylarking, and looking as if they own the place. My camera is bouncing too much. Like I said, you're not going to see a lot of people because in this area there are lots of old people. And I see somebody behind me running. I don't know, she's jogging. Yeah, this is my wake up face, people. I roll out of bed. Oh, what I'm eating. Before I came out, like early in the morning, oh boy, the snow did a number here. Ohio. That's Hakure? Hakure? Hakure. Oh, Nansai. Nanansei. Ah, okay. Gamate. So he is going to school. He's in Hakure. He's in junior high school. I think he said, yeah, junior high school. And he's running to school. Yeah. The snow was really bad here. We had like 10, 12, 15 feet of snow. So the trees are broken from the weight of the snow. By the time it becomes summer, we wouldn't be able to see any land here because it will be all shrubs and the monkeys are going to be in there. Lots of broken branches. They're going to come and clean them up, but I need some branches. Yes, I was telling y'all about breakfast. Yeah, so all the garbage trucks going by. Yeah. So when I get up in the morning to walk, it's that I'm walking for health and to show gratitude for the health that I have. You know, many people can't walk and they have health related issues that prevent them from walking. So I don't want that when I have two good feet. I mean, old age gonna come and it's gonna bring its trials, and I'm not waiting for that. You know, my father had adult diabetes, and let me tell you something. I frightened that thing bad. I'm afraid of diabetes. I say it out loud. And because I have that concern, because they say genetically when fathers get it, the daughters inherit the propensity to get it. They are predisposed to get it. But if life gave me, hold on, if life gave me a loaded gun, it's I got to pull the trigger. And I'll be damned if food don't make me food come out. Not me. Not for food. I would not lose my leg for food. I would not lose my sight for food. I would not lose my organs for food. God forbid it. I can walk and use my energy. So you can be predisposed to getting diabetes. But in Japan, they consider diabetes a lifestyle disease. So unless you got it bad, nobody's giving you no medication. They tell you go and reduce your calorie intake and move. So you got to go and move. And so I will go and move my feet and things like that. They would not give you no medication. They tell you go and move. So that's what I do. So I'm going to find a path that I don't usually take. I don't usually take this path. But this path, see this guy, I like this guy's garden. He would do a beautiful little garden here. If you see the tomatoes and the eggplant, and so he puts in this little spot here. But here again, he's got to electrify because those monkeys, so he has a battery and solar power, and he already wired up so that when they come, they get shocked. Not enough to kill them, but enough to scare them. So this is behind the house. Now I see this old guy in front of me. He's coming and he has two sticks and he's doing what they call the Nordic walk. The Nordic walk. I've been doing Nordic skating, Icelandic stuff. It's a big thing here in Japan. And people do that when they climb the mountains too. They do the Nordic walk like with the sticks. Yeah, I climbed that mountain one time. I was ignorant, I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm going back. I am not going back. Yeah, okay, go and sleep. It's all right. I just keep in my own company here. Somebody else will join me. At least I do. I walk most days outside, but I walk inside too. And these days, I'm playing pickleball. Yeah, by myself. I hit the ball up against the wall and get some exercise. So I'm gonna go down Canyon Road. Oh, look at the green here. Oh my goodness. This is newness right here. Newness. Reminds me of that song. Oh, I think I was talking about prayer in my last program. And I was thinking I didn't remember the prayer for the school in the morning, but I think it wasn't a prayer, it was a song. I know we used to sing, new every morning is the love, our waking and uprising prove. Through sleep and darkness saith he brought new hope of something, life, new thoughts of heaven, something like that. Yeah, that is what it was. I got to ask people. This is the barber shop. If this thing is spinning and it has a light, the barber shop is open. So they're not open today. This is a little garage. Garages are small, but they are perfect for the people who live here. And there's a river making its way below, all the way down there. This is a ubiquitous river and it's full of mud. Hey, you see the path? Water will always find its way. And whether it's bringing muck or dirt or just clear waters, it still finds its way. And when it's meandering through the river, the mountain like this, it makes its music. So on the path of life, whether there are struggles or not, we must appreciate the beauty of life. Look at the bigger things, not the little things. Yeah. You know, people used to say, even in your trials and your tribulations, you should give thanks. I never used to understand that. Like, why you must give thanks in trials? Hey, the more you live, the more you know. When life goes at smooth sailing, I don't trust it. I just say thank God, but I brace myself because I know trouble's not set like a rain. Trouble's not set like a rain. That you can anticipate, because when the troubles come, it sharpens us and helps us to appreciate the beauty of life. I get an old lady friend that has a garden here. Ooh, I like her tulips. She's got tulips out. Y'all can see them. Look at that. Lots of tulips. But I'm going to go down Canyon Road. Yes, Sildrine at St. Augustine School, but I couldn't remember the rest of the song. I got to look it up so I can sing it this time when I go on the wahdihstoryseh. I think I'll record tomorrow. Today is a nice day to record. I should probably do it later today. My big camera broke, so I'm fighting with this phone as a means of recording. The camera didn't break, the disc broke, and I gotta buy a new disc. But this is me going down Canyon Road. I used to be so afraid to come down this road because I didn't know what was here. But when I recognized that it's just the trees in the summer, then I know that pathway. Do you guys know, like back in the day, Guyanese used to bury the dead in the yard? Well, this family here must be some big family because they got their own crypt for their own family thing right in the yard. Japanese don't bury the dead, they just cremate. So that thing up there is somebody's, somebody's family crypt. So I said to me, my friend, let me see, you know, when I pass funeral burial ground, I say, sumimasen, shimasu. I would say, I'm sorry, excuse me. That's what it means. To pay respect to the people's dead. Yeah, because like we say in Guyana, strange and no burial ground. Strange and no burial ground. They got customs that, you know, you adhere to and you don't want to be disrespectful to the people and the land. So here you go. I'll show you what's in front of me. In front of me is that. And there's a stone wall here, and somebody's house is up there. I've never been up there. It's private property. But imagine a little car can come and drive up there. Yeah, that's how cars are small here. Here you go, the iris again. I think I want to take some iris from somewhere. And there's a little mound behind my house, or by my front door side, which I don't really use because it looks out, not my front door, my back door to the mountainside. I rarely go out there. I think if I get some iris and stick them there, I'm gonna get a whole field of iris in the spring, and it's gonna look really good. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So here we go. So day before yesterday, I went for my annual health check. Got my height, my hearing done. My people, you see, in this country, there's no half-ass nothing. When I go to get my health check, they check every orifice. Your ears, your eye, your nose. They check every place that can be checked. I got my blood pressure done, and I was kind of worried because the last 2 times I went, the blood pressure was like 130 over whatever, I mean, I remember. 140 over something. I'm like, my God, I don't want blood pressure. Because you know, it's the 3 brothers. The pressure, the diabetes, and what the other thing that's come, arthritis or something. Me want them. So I wasn't sure what was going on. But this time the lady took my blood pressure and she took it again. I said, oh Lord, not tell me this thing bad. Well, you know, it went the other way. 98 over something. But you know, the last couple of days I've been sleeping. I'm thinking, wait, I'm tired? But I knew I wasn't feeling well because I had gotten that illness in March. And it lasted like a whole month. So I was recovering and building back myself because I lost 5 pounds. I said, Jesus, maybe my blood count is not good, which is never good. Since I was a child, I always had anemia. I always had anemia, low blood count. So I started eating my liver and my greens and stuff, building myself back up. So it's kind of low. But I have to bring that up. And then they did my weight and my height. And the man said my BMI was just fine. Okay, my BMI was fine. Cholesterol, that's the kicker. Well, when I did my blood test, I'm going to get the cholesterol level. Because once that blood sugar is going up and that blood pressure going up, the cholesterol is the next body. I ain't playing that. So the man told me, oh, your fat in your blood is good. And I'm thinking, how the hell does he know that? Because I didn't take my blood test. But I guess it's the BMI, body weight to height. So I am telling myself, I want 5 more pounds, but I could add the pounds not by eating. People, I can't add pounds by eating. I gotta work out, I gotta lift weights. So I'm doing the weights and I'm doing the walking to build muscle. Because I'm a skinny girl. Those of you who know me can see here, I'm not a big person. And when I try to gain weight, and believe me, I have tried different things. Here what I used to do when I was much younger. Just for the Guyanese. If I got to go home to Guyana, I would stop in New York by my sister. And because I'm jet lagged, I would eat nighttime, which is my daytime. And then I would wake up and eat daytime, which is nighttime. So I eat in 24 hours. Not all the time, but I eat in 3 meals at night and I eat in 3 meals at daytime. I go down and sleep, I wake up, I eat, I get up, I eat. And then in the morning, I would eat ice cream and cereal. All the while, for some I want to gain weight, forget fat. So that when I go home, then I go say, but look how she's scrawny and mager. Yes. People, they say, hey, she come, she not even change, she not even get fat. Mama, I say so. And then one time I was home with my sisters, and one of them point out to me and said, you see that one there, she need milk. And me talk to. Because me fine. Yeah. And I guess it used to bother me because I didn't want people to talk about me. But you see, now I ain't give a rat's ass. This is the body that God gave me, and this is the one I'm working with. So I stopped trying to gain weight the bad way. I knew every food, how many calories they have, how many pieces of almond I should eat to give me so many calories, because I really don't like food. I feel like food, it was waste my time to be chewing, 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 chewing. I got things to do. I'm a brainy kind of person, so food, I was very impatient with food. So I would say, okay, chicken has so much, um, almonds have so much, cheese has so much, and I would pack. So I would get the calories fast. But that's not necessarily a good thing. And so I stopped doing that. So I'm trying to keep the weight and balance my weight in a healthy way. So, and the Japanese say you must move, you got to move. That food has to be metabolized, it got to go somewhere. And for me, I want to eat, so when I eat, I go to the bathroom. So you can eliminate and get a balance. So there's a balance of fiber and fats and carbohydrates and things like that. I'm not a cake eating person, I don't like cakes. Occasionally I would eat it if I go out, but I wouldn't choose to say, okay, I gotta eat cake, I feel for cake. I never feel for cake. I say, oh, I feel for chocolate. I never feel for chocolate. I tell my sisters, anytime I say I feel for that, check out my head, something wrong. Because I don't feel for those things. Yeah, and you see this thing you get in Guyana, the cheese straw and the cheese roll. When people show them thing on Facebook and say, oh, look, they get food, I grind for them. It's terrible. Don't have food for it every day. Cheese straw and cheese roll and those things, and the baker shops make them so much available these days. Long time that was like special events food for party, and so now people eating that every day. People, they think ain't got no fiber. I think it's just fat and flour. But you see, that was the food of the people who were supposedly rich, and you've made it, and you know, people. What is it? That's opulence? Not opulence. Ostentatious kind of food. It represents that, you know, you have arrived, I guess. You can have these things, but having it every day and eating that kind of food, Sometimes I see food on Facebook, the array, and there's no green, none at all. And I'm thinking, what is this? But, you know, I was one of them too. I learned different, and I'm doing different. Yeah, not century not true. You check them out. When I show you all them curry chicken with the all them thing I cater for is the macaroni and cheese chicken, the fried rice, and I get this 2 sliced tomato and 2 sliced cucumber. Done enough? Where the fruit? Where the vegetables? Where the fiber? You know what Japanese food look like? You get a little bowl of a little cup, like those